Yeah, welcome back to the Fix Podcast, episode 261. It's your boy now here with Ari and Javi, and with special guests straight out of Texas.
Is it Texas or Cayman?
I mean Texas.
Texas.
In Texas
Okay.
right now. Okay.
Technically Jamaica.
At the moment.
Well, a piece of Jamaica was in. Let's not go there, not yet. Yeah, we're drink. Jordan Mason from 90 Day Fiancé is in the building. How we get her here, I have no idea, but she's here. She's here in the building and we're grateful.
We're grateful.
You know what I mean?
Let me tell you how I got introduced to it. Like, I don't really watch TLC. Like, the one show I watch on TLC are the liquor shot Indian man. I tell people, you're not gonna die. Because she's like, I'm hungry. What name? 900 pound
My
life.
600 pound life?
Yes. But I was at the nail tech.
Watch your glasses.
And my friend was like, girl, watch this. So I said, watch this, all right. And Everton, and I see Jordan, and I'm like, what's happening here? But I done my nail, I'm still watch it. Like, just like, what's happening? I'm so obsessed.
You got glued
with the show.
What was the clip? Which clip?
What was the clip? You guys were I think the clip
Meeting
was
the family?
Yes.
Yeah, so it look
Yes.
like they're
Yeah, like in Portland.
up in the bushes.
with his
Yes.
You guys gonna get married?
That's not really in my head right now.
I would have never thought Everton would have embarrassed me in front of his family. No woman is going to sit next to a man that's blowing off marrying her. Women aren't that stupid.
Look. Can you just calm down?
And I'm like, oh, Jenna no buffy me. What's like, you're not fighting. Like Everton.
I don't like encourage violence.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. That's not good.
I
But
don't
yes,
like
I've been obsessed. I had to go back. I'm like, what is it? I need to know what's happening. So that's my introduction to the show. And then to see that it's actually gone viral here in Jamaica. So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
That's how I
okay.
saw it. That's how I was introduced to
Yeah. And I'm like, let
you
me.
and the goat that is Everton.
I'm like,
He's a
let me
goat.
find
Yeah,
Everton.
Everton, go.
I didn't even think this was going to even happen. I'm like, just a long shot. Let me just try. Like, message and say, is there any way? Can you come on the show?
Yay.
And I always say I maybe should have thought the show through a little better.
Wait, which one? This one?
No.
Oh, nice.
Doing the
Okay.
show.
Right.
Okay.
I was so used to the US or whatever. And so
Yeah.
no one's gonna recognize it. I know it's so big. I'm like, it won't be anything or whatever. And so then when I hear people are like, oh my God, it's all over TikTok and Cayman's talking about it. And then I hear and I'm like, Jamaica cares? And I'm like, oh no.
Once
like,
again, Jamaica takes a
done.
different life of its
And
own.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. And so
Everyone is Team Jordan and everyone is like, burn Everton.
that is why I'm
Everton
here.
to go.
Because no.
Yeah,
I'm here
to defend
to
him.
have Everton's back.
Okay, good.
Mad.
All right, fair.
Because
So-
Everton the goat.
Well, can I ask?
Putting up with me or what?
I want to hear why too.
Why too? Yeah.
Everton the goat.
Anyways, no,
I actually want.
no, it was like how your introduction, like how
Yeah.
did they approach you, or like what was the introduction to 90 Day Fiancé?
So I've watched the show probably, if it wasn't the first season, like the second season. And so I myself got obsessed with it. And him and I had talked about it for years and it was just kind of like a joke. And we're like, oh, we should do it or whatever. And so so you just send an email, but I had written that email. By the time I sent it, it was the third time. Like I had tried to send it and I'd think about it and I'm like, yeah, no. And so then just third time, finally me and him, like just the things that were going on, I'm like, do it. And he's like, do it. And I'm like, send.
Okay.
And then here they came.
Because
So-
it's a spin-off of 90 Day Fiancé, actually. It's Love in Paradise, right?
Yes. So we weren't eligible. Like there's a lot of nuances so 90 Day Fiancé specifically, we had already met before.
Okay.
So we weren't eligible. And then we had not started the visa process.
Okay.
So those were the two things that made us ineligible for the 90 day. And so that's why they said they made Love in Paradise was to catch couples like us.
Okay. Who's already establishing a relationship pretty
So
much.
it's basically the dating. Like
Okay.
we're trying to decide if we're going to go forward with the visa process.
Okay. Yeah. Because the overall concept of 90 Day Fiancé is weird. Like your fiance 90 days, like, or is it that you have 90 days and then you figure out if you're like, the concept is weird to me.
So it's based off of the fiance visa for the US. And so it states, I think it's the K1. So you have 90 days from the time that the foreigner arrives in the US to get married. And so that's why they want to pull these people that...
Sounds like an extreme sport.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and so if you've never lived together, you know, blending cultures, whatever.
Oh, and it's like, in a way to kind of catch the fake people like that too? Like, I mean, people who business marriages, I guess.
Probably.
Yeah, okay.
And so it's... well, I guess probably so people aren't dragging their feet and being like, yeah, we're here for marriage, and they're reaping the benefits. And they just want to get the benefits, and then maybe they can take off or something. But yeah, so they only give you 90 days to get, so it's like make a decision, and that's a big decision.
I didn't even know. Yeah, because suppose you're not even like you're in, because the digital romance age of people like falling in love online and then finally meeting, and then you say, I don't like you. It's like, no, I don't want to get married. And then all the things of like maybe abuse, probably like, you know, so sure.
So wait, let me understand. So is it that when you've never met the person before, or you guys know each other? I kind of confused with the 90-day one.
So for the original 90-day fiance, you either had to have never met before, and so you get a lot of these people meeting online. And then maybe the American flew there once, met them, came home and started the visa process. So like, and so then they're like, bring them here, and they're like, I'm so in love, and they're like, hey, we got 90 days to get to know this person. And or that what was the other requirement? So you either have never met before, or they've already started the visa process.
The process. Okay.
So you guys, so you fell into the loving paradise because of you started the visa process.
So we knew each other already, and we have not started the visa process.
Oh, you have not. Okay.
So so that made us ineligible for the 90
So what I want to know is how did you meet the general?
How
your team Everton.
Dirty Everton.
You don't talk about him.
Dirty Everton.
How you met Everton? How did that whirlwind relationship
I mean,
come to be?
Again,
I feel like
every American
it's literally it's literally how Stella gets her groove back.
Yeah, like total stereotypical. Like
because he was working in Portland as a
he was the captain.
So we actually met in Cayman. So at the time, my best friend at the time was getting married, and so her dad chartered a boat. He was the captain. We met that day, and it was just kind of like a really natural.
Boom, bam.
Wait. Question: how you can tell the difference of him being like just a nice, polite guy doing his job versus him like liking you?
So him and I both talk about we both specifically remember the moment we saw each other. And I remember, so he was untying the boat. So everyone was on the boat and he was untying the boat. And I remember watching him and I was like, please get on the boat. Please get on the boat. And then he jumps and I was like, yes, get on the boat. And so then I know like he's coming with us. And so real super nice, like everything's great. Well, the lunch or whatever, I intentionally isolated myself from the group. I mean, a girl knows what to do. And so I intentionally isolated myself from the group, and then
some alone time.
And I'm a girl on vacation, so I want a little ganja. And so I'm like, who better to ask? And so
that's why is stereotyping? Okay.
He said yes, and I said, okay, I'm gonna ask first. And so so he said, yeah, I do. And so it kind of started from that.
Ganja legal in Cayman?
No, I asked.
I'm not the feds. Freeze.
Give me a ticket.
Okay, back then. Statute of limitation gone. She's good now. She's good now. Right. So I mean,
we'll get to that part, won't we?
I want to know, like, what was it that you song liked about the G?
About every time.
More fight him, but continue.
So I always kind of say that with the kind of relationship that me and Everton have, it's one of those situations where I say like God kind of picks my people, and it's almost like he taps me on the shoulder and he was like, hey, that one. And I'm kind of like, You know, I don't know, but there's something I'm drawn to them. Again, like to remember the exact moment I saw him, like it was such a definitive moment. And so just over time getting to know him, like.
So it wasn't a thing where, you know, you came out here with intention and say, I need me a Jamaican man.
No, I had no idea about, like the stereotype, you know what I mean? I remember when I
What are the
landed
stereotypes that you know about?
Well, like now I know about, you know, everyone assumes what it is. And so.
Is it true for you? Were the stereotypes true for you?
Like what?
Yeah, which stereotypes?
That's what
First
I
of
want
all,
to ask,
thank
like,
you.
Exactly. Like, make sure you tell the stereotypes what you heard about.
Yeah, what's the stereotypes?
I am aware of there's a certain type of woman that comes specifically to Jamaica looking for a good Stella's. You
Yeah.
A good time, right? He's a great time. And then
But that was, is it at a great time you want to get to, you know, like, is he?
So it's a great time. As I say, I said God loves Jamaican men. I don't know if they put that in the show. I don't know. Y'all just have.
Yeah.
I always say it's a flavor. I don't know.
Not
There's
you.
just something about y'all. It's just. I don't know. It's just better.
It's just better. What do you mean it's just better?
I don't like. Like I literally don't know.
Gotta be specific, Jordan.
She has to be specific.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
I
What
have
do
a
you
lot
mean?
because like I have a lot of criticisms.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, like I don't know. There's so
Y'all talk about that bamboo.
the what?
The bamboo.
What is this?
Yeah, the bamboo, man.
Teach
The
me.
penis.
So what do you call it?
The boom, the bamboo.
The long bamboo.
Okay, I'm not
Bedroom stool, like.
I think he'd kill me if I
Tell
told
them
you how
about
to
the
word
problem
it.
term.
That's
How
not
about
the
that?
word that he uses.
Old. Him use old.
Cringe.
Oh my God. But, well,
You're
okay.
the worst.
So,
God.
even so, you wasn't even trying to, you weren't expecting anything. Like, you just see him and
Why?
he was cool.
Yeah, I
essentially.
mean, I don't for whatever reason made me want him to get on the boat. I don't know about that, but I just remember thinking I wanted him to come on the boat that day. So we did, and then meeting him, again, let's have a nice smoke and chat. And
Yeah. So, like, you wanted it to end there, or was it after me talking to him or whatever, engaging with him, you realized that this could go further?
It was pretty, it was one of those things where we met and then we hung out, I think the last day before I was going to leave. And so he took me around the island. We just kind of hung out all day. It was great.
Mad.
So leaving the next day, and it was kind of like, hey, that was great. I don't know when I'm ever going to see you again. Bye. And so you leave, right? And so he was the one, he was like, I want to see you again. And so 3 weeks later, he flew me down and
He
flew me down. That is, and so that is something, let's just say this man has spent a lot of money on me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So was it your first island man where you hook up with?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And honestly, I even have to say, again, the way he's been portrayed, for him to be the first, my introduction into Jamaican culture is perfect. That's why I have such a positive, good idea about things, and I understand it. I don't fall into stereotypes because Everton was such a good introduction into what it really is.
So he was kind, he was loving, he was attentive. I'm sure him can cook. Portland him come from, so I know him can cook and him something there. So he was this down to earth, fun,
nice guy,
rootsy guy.
Yeah, and it was interesting to me how well he knew me, and there was times that he would know me, I would say better than I knew myself, and the way, so something specifically is I don't like just to be gifted and giving money and showering, that makes me very uncomfortable. So he was always trying to help me out and send me money, but just being sent, I'm because again, there's always an expectation attached to it. And I'm the girl that I'm you're never going to throw it in my face about what you did for me. And so I don't take anything from anybody, but he would always attach it to, I remember, so my favorite stories about him. I was on the phone with them and I was in a department store and it was a handbag I wanted. And I was like, this would be perfect for school. I was starting a new semester. And so I was like, yeah, it'd be a great school bag. So I think it was $200 or something. So after a couple weeks or whatever, he calls, he said, hey, he goes, go get your money. He's like, I sent you some money so you can go get the bag that you wanted.
Wow.
And I just remember thinking, I know how hard he works. And so I could not bring myself to spend $200 on a bag.
Wow.
So I paid my electric bill. I got some groceries. I got a $50 bag. I was a happy little girl. You know what I mean? But it was just, he'd be like, you deserve it. I want this, you know, for school. Or if he'd give me something, he's like, you got straight A's this semester. Like, you worked really hard. But he'd always attach it to some accomplishment and not just like,
just willy-nilly.
Just like throwing it.
That's thoughtful. And I think that's nice too, because the thing is, the inverse usually happens when there's an expectation for you to be the one to send. That's how it usually go. Like, if you live in another foreign big country, big America, you send the US dollar. So it was like a flip for you, and I guess that was frightening to you, to like, oh, you're not asking me, you're sending me money, not asking me for money.
Well, I didn't even have an idea that he would be asking me for money, because again, like, I didn't understand the expectation or not the stereotype, and so like it just didn't dawn on me that I would talk to a Jamaican man and he would ask me to send him money. Like, that just is never something. So now it's just, you know, it's a joke and I giggle, but I'm like, I mean, the main part of our relationship, the first 4 years, I literally did not pay for anything. I did not pay for a plane ticket. I didn't pay for a hotel room. I didn't pay for a meal. He paid my bills. Like, I didn't pay for anything.
So when is it that you started to reciprocate that energy?
When I was on my feet and in a position to be able to. And so that's what people see now.
With COVID. Because I know COVID was an issue too, where because he works in the tourism sector.
And so I was helping him because he had moved, so they can only be on the island 10 years, and then they have to come back to Jamaica or go your home island whatever for a year, and before we can reapply for your visa. So he was here for a couple years, and so I would have to help him when he was here. But I mean, that's the thing. Of course I'm gonna help him. You know what I mean? So it just, I always, when he was doing it, I just always had it in my mind. Like,
to do back for him.
And so like when we, you know, got rocky and like stuff was happening, I remember him and I had a conversation, and I said, I just never wanted you to feel like I used you. And so, because he took such good care of me. And so it just, and that's why now, like, whatever people want to say, I don't care. And that's why I laugh. I said, why don't you just ask him, why are women not doing, why are they not good enough men that women want to do this for you? Because he deserves it. That's why I do it.
Exactly. Gig.
we didn't know all this until now.
No, true. Judgment.
But the thing is to like has what's the correct verb? Has any other since the show since the show aired, I'm sure people reach out to you and like, this is my situation, or that's a different situation that I had, like, about your relationship, how, you know,
with island men.
So I'm wondering, like, the stories, like, since it's your episode or your season aired, like, people reach out to you and say, well, this happened to me, or I saw Jamaican man stay. Like, has that happened?
I am a big proponent of personal responsibility. And both men and women, but women need to take responsibility for the kind of men that they entertain. And so I've had my own, like, I get it, but I do better because I really take a step back, and then a woman knows, you know what I mean? And so I don't know, you know, whatever your side of the story is, I don't know the situation. I don't know if there were signs. I don't know what's happening in it. But those were your choices. And if they were poor choices, let's look at what we can do better in the future.
Jordan says accountability.
Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Let's talk about it. When is it that you made him know that you're making money from? The money that you was giving him was from OnlyFans.
So say it again. When what?
The money that you were giving him. When did you let him find out that it was from OnlyFans? Or that you're
so on the on the show or whatever. So
you know, I mean that goes into the next question. Like, how much is real and fake? Like, real or scripted? Not fake, but scripted. Like, where you create the scenarios, or the producers create the scenarios. Like, maybe it would make good entertainment if this happened in this way, or, you know, and like you guys say
probably a percentage maybe can.
Yeah, I want to say they know what they're doing, and like it's a real relationship. It's 2 weeks, cameras are on you constantly, and so you know it edits. Anyone in this industry understands about an edit, but you know they're good at what they do, so they know how to put you in situations. They know how to basically set you up. And so they just kind of throw you into situations, set you up to be like, ooh, let's see how this goes. They put you on camera.
Let's talk about the infamous situation now that went viral here in Jamaica. You meeting the parents.
Yeah.
Classic setup.
Okay.
Was that your first time meeting the parents? Okay. All right. So this situation, was it the first time that he let you know that marriage was not on the cards for him with you? The man did tell you from before.
So this is where I have to be careful, because all I'm going to say is I am not the woman that cares about getting married. And if me and Everton were going to be married, there have been a lot of opportunities that me and Everton would be married. So I'm just going to say that.
Okay.
You see why Mr. Everton had to go? The man is being portrayed not right.
So wait, so when you see the whole thing go viral and, you know, like Everton's like, wicked Everton, carry the girl, come to Jamaica, introduce the family.
And then just say, it's just business. I just want to focus on business right now.
Yeah, like you explode. I remember that you explode in the car with him. I'm like, how I don't even know how to ask him, because I don't know if you're gonna answer, but it's like how you guys feel afterwards. Like even like the tension. Like, were you expecting it to be like this when you guys when you finally sent off the email to do the show?
So it's kind of one of the things, like, I'm amazed at Everton in the sense of, so like I don't normally scream at him like that, but he bounces like he's like Teflon, and he can just like bounce back, and I'm looking at him like,
Jenna.
Okay.
Yeah,
and
like you might drive on and say, all right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm like, you took, okay, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, but he never, I mean, he's a Jamaican man. He'll be stern. He gets on me. He yells at whatever. But like, he doesn't,
Where's him do a while ago?
Get stern.
He's stern. He gets stern and yells at me. So yeah, so like I definitely get put in my, and so that was one of the things on the show, because he wasn't like, they didn't see that side of him. And so that's why I'm like, y'all don't know how he is behind closed doors. I'm like, this man puts me in my place. Like, but he's such a nice guy. He's not going to do that in front of people.
Oh, okay.
You know what I
really
mean?
like that though, and put you in your place?
If they, in the right way.
Okay.
I respect a man that can put me in my place in the right way. Like, as
when
long as you do it the right way.
And he knows, and him can let you know, say, hey.
Yeah, like, because one of my favorite, like, we were in a fight in Cayman one time, and I know he kind of lets me push it, and so I'm gonna, and so
as women tend to do.
Yeah, like he was literally. I'm like, okay, well, if he's gonna let me, and so like I'm having this fit. He went to the house. Well, I don't know what I was thinking, but I was like, I don't know. So I just laid down in the back seat, like, I'll show him. And so he gave it a couple of minutes, and he looks out, he rips open the door. He goes, would you get inside? He goes, the neighbor's going to start talking about us. And I just was kind of like, okay, game over. And I was like, walk in the house.
I'm talking at a pot one. Something about the pot one.
So let's talk about that. Like the conversation, like when him when him start talk patois. First of all, how much of patois do you understand?
Very little. But I'm actively working, and I do like speak to me in English first, and then hit me with the patois. But like I'm actively trying to learn.
So if can you tell the difference when him get mad? Is he talking in English or say bambara?
Oh yeah, no, it's patois.
Patois.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, him cuss bad what?
I mean, yes, but it's so funny. I mean, at this point, I've learned to tune him out because he's not cussing at me.
Okay.
So it's, like he does his
So
thing.
which one, like, which bad word, you know, from Everton? Like, which
Jamaican bad word?
Curse word?
Bumbaclaw, like.
Okay. Alright, good one. That's the Jamaican one.
You have to know. That's the number one.
That's the number one. First up, all right. We want to talk about something in the show.
Oh, you do? Because me don't want to ask about the cheating girlfriends.
Yeah. So when you do that Boston Jerk Center for you eat jerk chicken, and him friend come up like, did you know that? Like, you not got
Let's just say Everton can do whatever Everton wants to do. And so him and I, we have a very good relationship. And so...
Is the cheating girlfriend real, or was that a producer on the phone?
No, they have a relationship.
For real?
Oh, so was it some...
Not anymore.
Oh, so it was a real girl that sent you...
Yeah, well, and so she... Thanks, girl, because she first called me, so from an unknown number, and I was getting ready, and I pick it up, and I was like, "Hello," and I hear the Caribbean accent.
She's on Cayman.
Yes, and so I hear this Canadian accent, and so I just hear her say whatever she said, and I was like, "Hey, girl, I don't have time for this. I'm getting ready for work or something like that," and I just hung up. And so then she called back and left the voicemail, and so when I get the voicemail, I call Everton, and I was like, so your girlfriend called? And she was causing trouble everywhere. She's crazy.
So did she know that you guys were shooting?
From my understanding, she stole his phone.
Okay.
And so she was going through it, calling everybody. So she called his mom that crazy. She called his mom, calling me, calling his baby's mother. I mean, just crazy. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So, but yeah, so she went through his phone and then his emails. And so the emails we were having with producers and stuff about the show.
Wow.
Oh.
And so that's how she, found out about me or whatever.
Yeah.
So was she...
Which clip just for reference, because it's hilarious.
I was pertaining to you.
Yeah.
And she had a lot to say.
Oh. General!
I got a voicemail from a woman that claimed that she had been dating Everton during the COVID lockdown when I wasn't able to travel to go see him.
Let me hear. Let me hear it.
You know that man, Everton? He's a dog.
Oh dear, this woman.
Down here, being faithful. He's been right here. Me. And God knows who else.
Oh my God.
Don't you feel pathetic?
Oh my God. Me feel
pathetic.
Don't you feel
for a man in the island is nothing but pathetic.
Wow.
Everton?
Oh my God.
Why is there a woman on my phone calling me pathetic?
Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? That bitch is crazy.
That bitch crazy.
She is.
Was she with him before you met him on the boat?
They had a relationship. They got together right after him and we separated for some years when he had his second son and he was with his baby's mother.
Okay.
So from my understanding, I mean, they've known each other a long time.
Yeah.
But she's been around, so probably at least 10 years because he knew her before he came back to Jamaica and had his second son. So, but yeah.
So things pretty much got sour with her and they left, or they were actually still in a relationship?
Honestly, I don't care. Just keep her off my phone.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when the girl call you and I come to a woman as a woman, it's like
they're
not together, but that's why I laugh, because I'm like, he can go, if he wants to go, but he doesn't. Why are you mad at me?
Yeah.
I didn't ask him to come over here. He came over here because he wanted to.
Were you more upset about the cheating or that she left this message on your phone that she was confronted?
Yeah, no, I don't. That's the thing. I didn't consider it cheating. So the island was closed for 2 years. Get real. You know what I mean? So really, it's that she's on my phone, because that's kind of I'm like, get your bitch.
Yeah, she called me. Why she have my number?
Right.
Why is she
I don't
calling?
care what you do, but don't bother me with it.
Yeah. So
did you believe him though when he said it was just a fling at the time?
No, it was a relationship. Did he say fling on there? Yeah, no.
Yeah, it was just a fucking fling.
Is that what he said? It was a relationship.
I said that bitch crazy.
Oh.
Go back to it.
Right.
This one girl was just
Go back to it. He said that bitch is
once,
crazy.
and really bad about this, but
You're right.
that bitch is crazy.
You're right. You're right, and you're the one that was.
I feel really bad about this, but happens.
Shit happens,
and
just like Alice.
this one girl was just a fling. You know, I was lonely, and it's over now.
Man was lonely.
So I guess really, and that's the other thing that my only issue with it was the caliber of woman. You know what I mean?
What she look like?
I know what she looks like, the way she acts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, really?
Why did my mind immediately go to looks?
Because no self-respecting woman is gonna be like.
But I was also thinking, how she even dare on him for steal the phone? Like, how she thief him phone?
So I assumed that they were sleeping next to each other because, you know, I figured that she just took it out of his pocket or something when they were sleeping together. But he says, so when he does, he has multiple phones. And so she stole it out of his car when he was at work on the water, is what he said. Because I was like,
well,
that's the thing. I was like, you were sleeping next to her. And he's like, no, like she stole it out of my car. Like, I don't care if you were sleeping next to her. But he's like, no, like she was so crazy. She stole it out of my car. And I'm like, this bitch is wild.
It could happen. Like people would use them, leave, like go to the bathroom, something, and them take the phone. So I mean, you don't necessarily have to be sleeping.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't wrap my head around a woman that's going to go to that much trouble.
So you're saying you'll never call, like if you find out that if you are in her position, like you are the, and I'm saying bono girl, but like the side girl, you never call her and say, hey.
I wouldn't be the side girl. If I realized I was a side girl, I would not be there anymore.
But you know.
No, she said when she realized. She did say that.
Yeah, no, I'm we have a lot of advantages in America that y'all do not have. And so
What's that?
Public information. You can look up anything about anybody. And so it gets crazy around there. We know a lot about each other. Because there's like websites you can pay and you can unlock, like, I literally roll up, I can take a picture of a license plate and send it to a girlfriend and be like, will you let me know the address this is registered to?
Wow.
From here, like if you're here in Jamaica. And
no, in the US. Because all of the public data and everything we do.
No, Jordan, this doesn't really bode well for your criminal past. You know, this. Hearing you telling me this right now, I'm like, oh, so that's what you be doing.
Like, I'm not ashamed of it because Jay-Z, that's what I said. Jay-Z has a mugshot. Like, I mean, you can pick on me about a lot of things, but like, be above that at least.
If you're in a prison selfie, boy, cause them not here and them don't care. So Georgia guide them when them on the street out there. Because the pedophile I bet them without fear. Them think they love and just out of nowhere.
For the real tongues we're gone. Let's start lift. Feminist. For the real tongues we're gone. For the real tongues we're gone. Alright.
Cock it up in the backseat. Cause I real gun girl half and no for tweet. Have a right one cock it in. Need them weak exclusive. And I wait. Wah. Cock it up in the backseat.